Blog Talk Radio.
Hey there! Welcome to Big Blend Radio with your hosts, Lisa and Nancy, editors of BigBlendMagazine.com.
You don't care much for how I drive. I know I keep you up at night. I snore. But you once said I made you feel alive. Now you're wondering what you saw in me before. Sometimes I think I know more than I know. Often I go places you don't want to go. Our differences were cute when we first met. Now you're not so sure my love is heaven sent. Imperfect as this love might seem. Perfect lives in only dreams and dreams. I don't think I'll use perfect to describe the way I'm gonna love you all your life. If we go down this road, will you be mine? And I'll be your imperfect Valentine. Imperfect Valentine. A friend of ours asked us to stand up and said the words that made us us. In front of family and friends, we did consign that we would be forever Valentine. Imperfect as this love might seem. Perfect lives in only dreams and dreams. So I don't think I'll use perfect to describe the way I'm gonna love you all your life. As we go down this road, will you be mine? And I'll be your imperfect Valentine. As we go down this road, will you be mine? And I'll be your imperfect Valentine. Imperfect Valentine. Imperfect.
Welcome to Big Blend Radio's Musical Happy Hour show. We are airing live from the beautiful and historic Homestead Inn in 29 Palms, California, right outside Joshua Tree National Park and the Mojave Trails National Monument. It is a beautiful day in the desert, even though we have to be inside, but we can go outside on the patio and have cocktails because
Yes.
we can do that. It's happy hour after all. You just heard Imperfect Valentine, and that's the title track and first track on the brand new album by Jeff Kossack, and he is joining us, singer-songwriter Jeff Kossack. You've heard him on the show for years now, and he's also bringing his friend and guitarist Nick Kirgo on the show with us. So I encourage you to go to his website, jeffkossack.com, and also check out where we are. Go to the website Jeff29, the number 29in.com. So welcome, Jeff. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Hey, doing good. So you're not that far from us. You're just like down the road, aren't you?
No, I'm just down the hill. I'm in the lower desert from where you guys are. Probably about a 45-minute car ride.
You know, we always have to be in the high part, you know, because we're always high. We're in the high
That's
desert.
my line.
Now, listen, Nick, welcome to the show. This is the first time you've been
Hello.
on the show with us. Hey, so where are you?
Yes. I'm in Mount Washington, California, which is near like Silver Lake and Eagle Rock.
Yeah.
And, that area.
Near
East LA.
Wrightwood. That's kind of near that exit on 15 to Wrightwood, isn't it?
No.
Well, I don't know where I am.
No. I'm not even close to that. But good shot though. Good try. No, I'm actually.
There was a silver something out there.
Yeah. No. I'm over near Dodger Stadium. How's that? Not too far from Dodger Stadium.
Well, cool. Do you ever play out there?
I have not, but I have been on the field. I got to go in the field once, and it was amazing. It was so
cool,
epic. Yeah. Anyway.
So this is my
Imagine
first
that
real
being
question.
your gig.
This is a very important question here, Nick. Now you see, Jeff's been on our show a number of times over the years, and the very first few times, I was like, "It's Jeff Kossack is on the show," and then I heard that you called in the same thing over the years, right?
I did.
Is it true?
Yes, for several years we mispronounced each other's names. Yes, we did that.
Oh, you're perfect.
And then
for
one day
radio.
we figured it out. Yeah, one day we finally figured it out. You know that I was calling him Kossack and he was calling me Kirgo, and we were both enraged. And we figured, and then we started to. You pronounced my name perfectly, which is unusual.
That's because I read Jeff's website.
It's perfect. Hey, listen, I got to tell you something, though. I want to say one thing since I'm going to have a short form here. But that song you just played is a perfect example of what makes Jeff such a unique and kind of profound songwriter. He's got a lyrical gift, and then he also has a melodic gift, and he has a harmonic gift. And that's very unusual to have all three of those things in one writer. And and I didn't plan I just that listening to that again, and I know the song quite well because obviously I've heard it many times, but it just brings it back, that's this guy is a multi-talented dude. So that's all.
Wow.
No, you're absolutely right.
I appreciate it, Nick. So
yeah,
let me give Nick some love.
Ooh.
So
this
Nick
is a lovey-dovey happy hour.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's really funny. I mean, it's why I brought Nick, because I've been making music consistently with Nick probably longer than. I mean, it's my own entity. Now, I'm not talking about the Talls or Jimmy or anything like that, but in my own catalog of songs as I write and record them, Nick is a staple. He's a utility player. He always has great tone, and more than anything else, we just work really, really well together. I love what he brings to my music. I can't, it's funny. Here I am, we're in a session together, and I'm producing a tune, and I'm asking Nick to play things that I couldn't play myself in a heartbeat. And I don't even know how to describe them, and yet he always manages to manifest whatever is needed at the moment.
Yeah, but you guys are tight. You obviously read each other, right? Because we always talk about how bands and musicians that work together become family. Then it really becomes a marriage at the end of the day. That's where you can read each other, finish sentences, it's like finishing musical thoughts in a way. But the album shows that because it's so balanced and beautiful, and everything that Jeff has done. Been on our shows for years, whether it's his own album with the Other Hand Band or with the Tall Men Group or with Jimmy, everything, Jimmy Essian, Muffin Man. There's always this dynamic beauty. There's the dynamics. It's like you guys listen, and I think it's always the same thing, is that there's no ego out there. It's about really making the most beautiful music you possibly can with detail and dynamic and flow, but not too many details. Heart.
And ego in the studio is a horrible thing. It can be a horrible thing, and that's why it's like I always say I don't know everything, but sometimes I just think I do.
Yeah.
Nick is a brilliant producer too. There's a whole thing to be said for, like some people just want to grow up and be Eddie Van Halen, or be like a really great guitarist. But it's like Nick is not only an incredible guitar player, but he's also very gifted on the other side of the desk. And a lot of times, files go back and forth, between Nick and other producers and guys like me without we ever being in the same room at the same time playing.
This is true, especially now. With what we're going through now, it's like, it's so different. I'm working on a couple of different projects, but it's all, FaceTime and sending files and never seeing the person. And,
right on.
It still
makes it a little more tedious because
it does. It does. I miss the human interaction. I do miss that.
Oh my God! How many times we can sit in my studio and just crack up? We just crack each other up all the time. We're just working.
Kidding. Because if you think back to when Skype started, right? Skype and Dropbox, how that revolutionized how music was being made, and we've had a lot of musicians that have done global albums together because of those tools, and it's interesting now watching what's going on with Zoom time, Blog Talk time, all of this FaceTime, and it's like, okay, people get to work at home, and then they're like, dude, actually, this is pretty damn cool. Like,
for a while.
And then, what I was telling Nancy right before we started the show, I was like, this is one of the cruelest times for all of us to be indoors, is because it's spring. This is when we want to go out and be bust free.
I know.
I agree.
And it's so beautiful today. I'm sitting on my front porch looking at the desert sky and clouds, and it's just, you would never know, man. But it really does make it so. I think it does raise the awareness that we're all together here. Whether we like it or not.
We're together.
I'm really whether we like it or not.
We're together, but we're told to stay apart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we can still be together, though.
It's certainly going to change a collaboration. It's going to change collaboration along with everything else, but certainly not.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's for
sure.
Well,
I think Nancy's right though. We're together. We're told apart, but at the end of the day, like, this is our time to develop our telepathy skills and start
I like that.
That's
a great idea.
Doing that. But so Jeff, like for you, let me backtrack to Nick real quick here, because Nick, you haven't been on our show so much, but Jeff was saying that you produce, you're a guitarist, and I love, going through the album, the sensitivity to the music, like that just what I was saying, there's an integrity, and your guitar playing goes through that, where you're not there's a guitarist that stomp over stuff and it's like, oh, don't do that, and you don't have that at all. So it's great.
Well, I'm really old, that's why, you see. I don't even have the ability to stomp on anything. No, that's not true. But I do think both Jeff and I, we're about playing what is serving the song, and like, if something is distracting me from the song, then it doesn't belong on that track. You know what I mean?
Right.
If the song is not, as a sideman, or as an accompanist, it's not about you. It's just not about you. That's just the way it goes.
Do you write?
Do you write songs?
Do you write lyrics?
I do, but I do. But not much anymore. I had a period about 10 years ago where I was doing a lot more of that, and then I just got into production and playing, and I kind of lost that. I write songs for my girlfriend on her birthday and on Valentine's Day. So
that's a good thing.
That's a good thing, and it's fun too, because it does put me back into the writer's hat, and realizing how unbelievably hard it is to write a decent lyric.
And,
it's easy to write
you
nonsense.
said Valentine's Day, so I wanted to bring up Imperfect Valentine. So Jeff, tell us about this. This is the title track, and it's like this actually kind of, the album in a way takes me full circle for the very first time you're on our show with Half-Life. I think kind of just has that, I don't know, it kind of goes full circle to me with your music, this album.
Well, you know what? Every record okay, let's start with this. When you're releasing records over the years, and I've got 7 of them now, and I release them every 2 to 3 years, you wonder if you've peaked. Is my best work behind me? Every artist thinks about that. Every writer, every producer. Am I done? Is this it? Was this the one? And it's like I've been really, really blessed that as I've gotten more skilled on the production and engineering side of this, that my music just sounds better. But with this record, this was, as I was looking at the songs that I was going to put on it, I was looking at this going, wow, this really showcases my work at this point in my life, just like all my other ones have. But I'm super proud of this one because I'm just doing a lot more. I'm making a lot smarter choices than I ever have before in my music.
And you've got different styles.
And that kind of thing.
And different styles, like you're showcasing.
Exactly.
Like I definitely want to play Secretos. There's got like a Santana vibe in there. It's like it's.
Well, thank you. Thanks.
It's.
I want to talk about
the
Imperfect Valentine for a minute. Imperfect Valentine is a love song to my wife, and it seems like all my love songs are to my wife, and they're all either I'm sorry or I really love you so much.
Are you in the doghouse by any chance?
He always writes to his wife. And she's beautiful. I've seen your Facebook posts of her, and just like the two of you look so like united and happy. And I want to talk about your surfing trip too. But anyway, continue on about Imperfect Valentine.
Sure. Anyway, so Imperfect Valentine. So if you look, these are sometimes life writes your songs for you. We're driving back. We split our time between LA and the desert, and we're driving back and forth. And she'll say, "You were really snoring last night. And by the way, slow down or speed up or change lanes." And I'm like, "Wow, she hates the way I drive, and I snore. I'm so sorry, baby, but I will love you. I'm so sorry, but I will love you forever." And that's what that song is.
I do. Yeah. I love the snoring part. Sometimes with Nancy and I traveling, we travel full time on our Love Your Parks tour, and there's moments, every situation is different, every place is different, and every lodging situation is 100% different. And there's times where we're bunking up, and we're like, okay, here we go. But we do make fun out of it. We do make it fun.
Well, the one thing that
the snoring.
The saving grace is we snore in different keys.
And
there you go.
And we've learned to face our butts towards each other.
Yeah.
But
well, there you go.
You never know I'm not going to go there. That opens a whole other thing.
You know what? You've already gone there, so don't stop now. Just keep going.
I know, really. Why?
There's
don't
no
stop
point.
me now.
No point.
Yeah. I know, but at least we can take aim.
Well,
it's like
what
there's
goes
some
in must go out.
All I know
I'm saying.
Take aim, okay? Do it. If you're going to do it, do it, But, yeah, I think one night, like, next time we bunk up, like, we're going to have to record it and see what happens. But it's that conversation.
Well, I know. When Lisa says torpedo one to get the heck out of the bed.
I never, ever do that.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Anybody
you know what?
Just
bringing out a recorder would be very counterproductive. Recording any kind of bodily function is counterproductive to a happy relationship.
I don't know, but we are still amused by bodily functions. That just tells you where our brains are at. We're still children.
Wow. Yeah, you're very childlike. You're childlike. That's what it is. Yeah.
Well, you've got to be. You've got to be in life, right? Now, listen,
I'm with
Jeff,
you.
what is okay? So my wallet and my watch are gone. That kind of ties into the last time you were on the show, the last song on the album. And then you've got that goddamn rock and roll. And this album has so much, you have like all this variety you packed in here. That goddamn rock and roll, where did it come from?
Okay, so, I was in the Tallman group, and we had a challenge. And I'm trying to remember what it was. But basically, the theme of the song is the deal with the devil, the cautionary tale, Be careful what you wish for. And it's about a guy who, had all he ever wanted was a good night's sleep. And the devil said, no, I got something better for you than sleep. I got rock and roll. Boom.
See, that's it. That's better than the snoring part. And, it's okay, can we play that? I want people to hear it. Let's play it.
Now.
Yeah, because in rock and roll, it's like that's the thing in life. So here it is, and everybody.
And
I know
Nick's,
we're supposed
Nick's
to be
screaming
inside.
Guitar work.
Everybody's gonna blast this And, you know, if you're in an apartment, make sure your neighbors are woken up and mess with them.
Yes.
You know, come on, it's happy hour. This is when neighbors should be, like, connect. I love all these driveway parties people are having in neighborhoods.
Are they?
Like, this is the perfect time to get together and now go, okay, well, you can do this music, I'm going to do this music. You know, when people used to get pissy and not talk to each other and, you know, with loud music in the hood, now we need to, like, you know, have musical turns and play music really loud. I'm just
I agree.
saying.
It's making when I go on walks and I'm hearing music from people's homes, it makes me very happy. It makes me feel like life is still going on.
Exactly. So everybody
Which
turn
brings
up.
us back to this fantastic song by Jeff Kossack. I heard about it.
And you wailing on it. So here it is, that goddamn rock and roll.
Okay, right on.
Hey, and leave the devil behind. He's in Georgia. I love Georgia. I didn't say that. I'm going to get in trouble now.
Uh-oh.
I know.
There
Don't send me emails. I'll give you toilet paper.
There was a guy who wanted just one thing, but he settled none too cheap. Made a deal with the devil so he could get a good night's sleep. And the devil told him, sleep is overrated, but I got something for your soul. Then the devil gave him that goddamn rock and roll. No, he did not sleep, but he did not mind us listening to all his songs. He never contemplated that fate might do him wrong. Then writer's block put it all on lock and it all went down a hole. Yeah, the devil gave him that goddamn rock and roll. So his life became his sentence. He had lost before he bet. The devil, he ain't playing, but he hasn't caught on yet. And he just keeps right on gigging, but it don't satisfy his soul. Yeah, the devil gave him that goddamn rock and roll. Yeah. Oh. There will always be opportunity to buy a few cheap souls, 'cause the devil gives out that goddamn rock and roll. Yeah. And then again at 52. And all his crazy ex-wives, they just had to get their due. And you know, he don't own a bed, he just stays out on the road. Since the devil gave him that goddamn rock and roll. So his life became a sentence. He had lost before he bet. The devil, he ain't playing, but it hasn't caught on yet. So he just keeps right on gigging, but it don't satisfy his soul. Yeah, the devil gave him that goddamn rock and roll. Yeah, the devil gave him that goddamn rock and roll. Yeah, the devil gave him that goddamn rock and roll. Yeah, the devil gave him that goddamn rock and roll.
Everyone, that was that goddamn rock and roll by Jeff Kossack and the Other Hand Band, and it's off of the brand new album Imperfect Valentine. Very excited. We've got Jeff Kossack here and also Nick Kirgo. And I really wanted to say Fargo at the beginning, but I didn't. I was good. But
I'll answer to anything. I literally will answer to any name. Yeah.
He's so cool. He's like, hey, it's happy hour. It doesn't matter. Let it all hang out.
Let it all hang out.
So, Jeff, when you listen to that, now number one, like, I'm just going back to day one of, meeting you on the air. And, I mean, we were so close to meeting here in the desert. But listening to this song, it's got everything in it. You got blues, you got soul, you got, like, the lyrics. And, when you hear that kind of song that's, it's jacked up, Sometimes the story gets taken away, right? And your story is still rocking it. And now
I agree.
The devil's with the toilet paper at the crossroads. I'm just saying that.
You can have my soul for a roll.
Good one.
Okay, so that song was so much fun. I brought in a whole bunch of really great players, if I may, for a moment. Also, besides Nick, Marty Axelrod, who I know you know from the Talls. Marty has this just great thing that he does where he literally plays hardly anything, and it becomes everything. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? He's minimalist in his playing, but what he plays is so important and so tasteful. Along with Marty, I have Chris Elliott, who is a trumpet player in a band in LA called The Tribe, which is is a band of really well-known studio guys and some famous people who play all over LA. And I was lucky enough to meet Chris and Chad Watson, who is somebody I've known forever and have worked with. He came in and played trombone, Chris on trumpet. And
Chad played trombone on that? I didn't even know that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome.
It was so much fun. And the thing is that I make all this music and people are hardly ever in the room at the same time with all the other players. They're in the room with me because I'm recording, but they're hardly.
You have the virus? Is that why? I'm kidding. But this is how it happens, right? That's how it happens. It's so hard to get everybody in one room.
Exactly right. That's what I was going to say. Take the words out of my mouth. It does. It really
and it gives me a chance.
Difficult.
It's a great way to record because it gives you a chance to focus on arrangement with each part as opposed to trying to make 6 or 7 guys playing live together. Makes sense. That's a live thing, I mean, recording is you have the luxury of having time on your side, especially if you own the studio. So I just take my time with my music, and it's my time. So it's all good.
But that's key because I think what's interesting is that I love to hear this because there's the whole style of recording all together in one room, and then hoping that came out the way you wanted, right? Even though you're like, oh, now sorry, so and so's back on the plane, too late for that. But what you've done is so neat, and taking that time. What I love about it is you've managed to create a scene. Like when you listen to it, I already feel like I'm in a bar. Like I'm having all these visuals. I feel like it's so alive. And I think there's a talent. Okay. Because Nancy geeks out like this all the time and does stuff like this.
I'm just going to say you guys are behind chicken wire because it's that kind of bar.
I know. There's chicken wire, there's whips, there's beer bottles, and to have that feeling, to listen to a song and have that feeling, that is a huge talent to be able to take that time, number one, because you have to have patience. And that does that come from surfing, Jeff? Patience?
Actually, I don't know if you're comfortable talking about my consumption habits on TV. I mean, on radio.
I don't care.
I'm a pothead. I'm a self-admitted, shameless, and without regret pothead. And so I think that
screw the virus. I'm coming to hang with you.
Listen, I had a great career. I got out of business at the right point in time just so that I could do this for the rest of my life and take my time with it and not have to worry too much, And I've been very fortunate. I've been very, very fortunate. I try to live with gratitude and just make the best music that I can. And, when I opened up my studio, I've done, so many artists for free just so that I could learn how to put all this together because it's a huge undertaking, and Nick will attest to this, to write it, perform it, arrange it, record it, mix it, master it, and distribute it. That's a huge, huge thing. A lot of songwriters are really good at it, but it does require a lot of time and a lot of patience and attention to detail. And that's the thing, even when I'm singing on somebody else's thing that I'm not having anything to do with other than just being the talent that's walking in and singing, I always try to, I just never say, well, you can fix it in editing, because not everybody is a perfectionist. I know Nick is, and I know that I am, but it's got to, it's like, for me, it's got to be right.
Do you drive yourself nuts? Okay. With all the little thoughts, like I know that Nancy and I are we're different. She's got attention to detail, to things that I'm like, hell no. We're both different in our productive process between making videos and writing articles and publishing and radio and all of that. But like Nick, I want to ask each of you, Nick, do you drive yourself nuts if you're like perfectionist? Do you have more cocktails?
Yes, I'm more of I'm with Jeff on the marijuana, but in terms of the the process, yes, it can definitely. You know what? It's like seeing the forest for the trees. You can get stuck on something that's meaningless, or you can get stuck on something that's little that's actually really important to making the track feel right or sound right, or connect really connect the listener to the emotion of the song. All those things can happen,
Okay.
I think,
so
and also I was going to say one. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Nick. I'm sorry.
No, I'm done.
Okay. So to your point, do I drive myself crazy? As we were playing Imperfect Valentine, we got to a point in the song where I was like, I shouldn't have done that bit twice right there. I should have just gotten to the verse a little sooner. There it is. It's like, yes, I'm always editing even after the stuff is put away.
It's true. It's true. You're never really done. You're never totally done. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing with being a perfectionist. I always go to nature and go, nature's perfect. And then one day I woke up and I thought, well, okay, if nature's always perfect and all the animals are within nature, how come the leopard gets to kill the antelope? Somebody screwed up somewhere, because if it was perfect, they would both still be alive.
Yeah, look, if you're going to talk about the logic of life, none of it makes any sense, and it's very badly designed. We die, other people die, things we love die. That's not right. Viruses, when did they come up with that idea? Whoever designed this thing, it's a big mess.
Send me some of that energy out here, man.
So, but then there's the thing of time. I think that maybe it'll be perfect in a time where none of us are here or even care, because it's going to take that long to be perfect, and then it's going to be so boring. Who cares?
So the meaning of life is it's a song being written, and it's not done yet.
The meaning of life is not about being perfect.
It's Imperfect Valentine, man. You're going to have snorers.
If you're perfect, you got no character.
Sometimes the most beautiful moments in the studio are the least perfect ones, the mistake that makes it the final cut, because it just sounds better than the thing that was supposed to be right,
Yeah,
and the way we record, the other thing too is like the way we record now, like you could, and I have, unfortunately, several times on projects because the person wanted me to, you can make something so perfect. You literally can make every beat arrive at the same time. You can make every note arrive exactly where you want it. But, it's like it gets kind of dead after a while. It starts to feel dead. It starts to sound dead. Where's the mistakes? Where's the funk?
Where's the twist in the bend?
I want the mistake.
Exactly.
We want the twist in the bend.
Okay, so like Lucas Nelson and The Promise of the Real. I love those guys. And Lucas was on our show like a few years back with Something Real, and they're putting out a new album now, and the whole thing is about being perfect. Jeff, you started this, the Imperfect Valentine, right?
You started it.
So listen, I call myself a perfectionist, but my perfectionism stops at sucking the humanity out of a performance.
Yeah.
See, there it is.
That's the idea.
No,
that's the idea.
I think that music, because you play with different people, unless you're like completely solo, eventually that's got to suck. You can't just be you and your guitar forever, right? You've got to collaborate. And I think that's the beauty of music, is that you collaborate and everybody learns to take a back seat. And sometimes, make this person shine at this point. That there's this whole emotional that it goes with the waves. Jeff, I'm going back to the surfing. Music and surfing are hand in hand with that. Like, that's the whole thing, because you can't be perfect because it's a collaboration.
The ocean wants to kill you, by the way.
I know it does, apparently.
Oh, because it got riptides
Yeah.
and those little waves that suddenly come in from the
What
other
happened?
side. And then all of a sudden you're like on this wave, and then something else comes up and you're like, oh,
Jeff,
look at that.
Jeff just went through like, what the hell was that? You were like getting a
I
beating.
was in the I went to the Mentawai Islands, which is off of Sumatra in Southeast Asia, in the Indian Ocean, and it was beautiful. Some of the most beautiful waves on Earth. I had a great time. I got injured a few days into the trip, but it's funny, I didn't know how badly I was hurt, so I just kept surfing, not as much as I would have, But I kind of like went through it, and I decided to make whatever I was going through at that time to be a speed bump instead of a stop sign. I got through the trip, and I came home, and it was like, I realized that was probably not the best place on the planet to go, for me, because I'm not a shortboard surfer. I'm a longboard surfer, and it's a lot of shortboard waves, real fast cresting things. And I just had a good time. I got hurt. I came home. I nursed myself back to health, and down the road I went. And I've surfed a whole bunch this year already. And
What's the
I'm
book?
sorry.
What was the book that you were reading? The surf book thing,
I read a whole bunch of books. I read Jerry Lopez's book, Surf is Where You Find It. I believe that's the name of it. It's been a few months. And it's just a book about philosophy and kind of a connection of stories sewn together of his growing up. And, Jerry's kind of like a guy who was a real trendsetter in board design. And it was just a great book. And then I started reading The Art of Happiness co-written by the Dalai Lama. I think his name was Howard Curtis. He's the man who wrote it. But it's a lot of what the Dalai Lama believes without the religious dogma behind it. So it was very readable. And I could see myself on both sides. This is if you're living this way, you're living wrong. I saw myself. And then I saw things where if you're doing this, you're living right. And I saw myself there too.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. And I think when you go out and you surf, you're really 100% with the elements. You're with nature, and that's that. And I think when you put yourself out there, it's like riding a horse, man. You're gonna go down at some point, and I know all about it. I mean,
of course.
All injuries.
Have you
come
surfed?
from horses.
Have you surfed?
Do we
Have
surf?
you surfed before? Yeah.
I tried when. Okay, so listen. So we used to live in South Africa, and I used to, as a teenager, party in Jeffreys Bay, one of the best surfing spots in the world. And so I had friends who surfed, who fished, and went on paddle boards or whatever. And they tried to teach me one day in Port Elizabeth, out in the Bay Area. And basically everybody on the pier for the entire day got to see my ass in the air. And no matter what, I ended up just hugging the board, ass in air, no matter what. So that was, but we also did a lot of windsurfing in South Africa, which kills you. But so no, not good. Nancy and I've learned kayaking.
Okay, but then, as a kid, I used to go to San Clemente Beach, and we just body surfed because the lifeguards were very cute and handsome.
Yeah,
and they said, if you really want to be one with the ocean, you body surf. You don't need a board. And so you're within it within the wave.
I can see that.
Yeah,
and
so
I grew
whether
up
you
with
surf,
but
whether you surf or you bodyboard or you paddle board or whatever it is you do, if you're in the saltwater, you get the saltwater glow. You get it no matter what you do if you're in the ocean.
That's what I meant.
Well, you get tumbled and you come up beneath the pier where you don't want to be because now you're really going to get hurt. But you did no boards at all.
Yikes.
We just body surfed, and this I remember this one Marine, who said elbows first, and you lock your hands under your chin and elbows first, and there is no boards. It's just you and the surf, and that's how I was taught to body surf. And that works a few times. But a lot of times, like, here comes the lifeguards. I'm like, oh, I wonder if they're cute, you know.
Oh my God! And then you get tumbled at that point, right?
Yes.
I used to body surf in Shelley Beach in South Africa, which is where all the sharks were, and that was cool. I was go out
God.
and
I can't
know
believe
because
you
they have
did
great
that.
whites. It was stupid.
I know.
It was
I've seen that.
You go out
I don't know.
and you're
You know,
like,
it's like
crazy.
in all my years of surfing, I have seen a shark once.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
I've seen a lot of porpoise get close, but I've only seen one shark ever. And
Oh,
you know,
wow,
I mean, the whole thing is what can't happen is you see a shark and then you go shark and you start flailing at the water.
Don't
then
do
you
that.
just
Right.
look like food.
You are food at that point.
No,
You've got to just be one.
You have to sink to the bottom and pretend that you're seaweed.
Yes, but don't flail your arms like seaweed.
No
Don't be
flailing.
kelp.
You just sink to the bottom and go, go with the flow.
And don't pee. No. Nick, do you surf?
I don't. I grew up like you, body surfing, and I spent a lot of time at the beach doing that. But no, I never. I like the idea that I don't know that I have the balance for it, but I love the idea of it. Yeah, I admire that. You know, Jeff picked it up later in life and pursued it. You know, it's cool.
Yeah,
Well, you know what?
'cause
It's like, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice.
Practice.
Just a lot
Yeah.
of it's like everything. Hours in the saddle if you're a horseman, or hours in the water if you're a surfer. You know.
Yep.
Yeah, to me,
Yep.
I just anything you can do to connect with nature without hurting nature is the way to go. Like, I don't even ride horses now because, like, I almost feel like, no, like, why am I on your back? Like, you don't need me, you know?
Right. Right.
You know, it's kind of weird. I've got to this place as a, older now. I'm, like, not old, but,
Oh, yeah, you
I'm
are.
moving in that midlife zone. And, Jeff, you sing about midlife crisis on this album. I'm like, no, I refuse to have one. Women aren't supposed to have one, right? No,
Really?
I don't want
Women
one.
don't get
You know,
well, you
Yeah,
should
they
want
do.
one.
there's a little truth in every song, and yes, I did have a midlife crisis.
Did you buy a car, or like what did you do? Did you do something like?
Please, I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Let's
I
talk
will
about
say this:
Let's talk
as
about Nick's
a
midlife
female,
crisis. Nick.
You have a
Well,
midlife
when I reach-
crisis every time you go shopping.
When I reach midlife, I'll let you know.
Oh, okay,
at the
there
moment,
it is.
you know.
Oh, hello.
Okay, so listen, you guys, it is time to play Happy Hour because
Yeah.
that's what it's all about. Welcome to
Whoa.
the Jazz Club. So Happy Hour is here. I lost my ding ding. It went away.
You
like
lost
on my
your ding-ding?
Yeah, I normally have like a little ding ding Happy Hour bell, and it disappeared. So I got no ding ding.
My little ding-ding.
My ding-a-ling. Call Chuck Berry. He's got one, or had one.
That's true.
But anyway.
Good one.
Anyway, I love that song. I used to play it for my teachers, and they didn't think it was funny. But anyhow, guitar group, one-on-one, play My Ding-a-ling for your teacher. That's how you get through it. So Happy Hour is this whole thing about if you could spend happy hour with anyone, who would it be? Alive or passed on? Anyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where would you spend it? So now we get to go into, like, visual journeys here now that we're all quarantined. Go off.
Yes.
You get to go anywhere. You get to eat, drink, whatever you want. But we want to know, because we like gossip, like what you're going to talk about. So let's start with you, Jeff, because, you've been on the show. So you've been you've been
Be careful.
You've been in this zone with us. So who are you going to spend happy hour with?
Here's the deal. Celebrity is overrated. And I've had some friends who have been brilliant at everything that they do. But if I had to be able to spend happy hour with one person, I would choose my wife, because I don't ever get tired of being with her. And
Even
where
if
are
we
we?
snore.
Let's see. Someplace we've never been. Thailand, on a beach in Thailand. That would be heaven right now.
Cool. Wouldn't it? Oh my gosh, yeah. What are you going to eat and drink?
It would. Freshly caught lobster, or freshly caught fish, and not even cook it. Just cut it up on the beach, and I always keep soy sauce wasabi in my tackle box from my years of fishing. As soon as you catch it, that's the best time to eat it.
Yeah, he's going right there, not even like curing
like
it.
raw.
Okay,
Raw?
so yeah, he's not even cevicheing. Well, you are if you do the wasabi, right? Wouldn't that be ceviche?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, listen, I'm a good man. I'll eat whatever anybody cooks and puts in front of me.
What are you going to drink?
Your duty.
What are you drinking? This is important.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I've just recently become a mezcal aficionado,
yeah.
and there's something. It tastes like penicillin probably does, but then it has this beautiful smoky, tingly thing.
Yeah,
at
it's
the end
earth.
of it,
You're drinking earth. It's earth.
Yeah, exactly.
Does
Exactly.
it taste like penicillin?
No,
like
it doesn't. It's earth juice.
Like that mold on an orange?
No, it's earth juice. I think it tastes like earth.
That's
like to
what
me,
I was
like
thinking of, by the way.
Mama Earth says, "Here's your joy juice. It's for you. It's all good." So what are you gonna talk about if you're like hanging out for happy hour? You've got your earth juice, you've got your lobster, you've got this beautiful beach.
Maybe we won't be talking at all.
Oh. No snoring though. Not allowed on this happy hour.
No snoring.
No snoring.
And something
that
will
is
be
gonna...
burning, I'm sure.
Oh, yes. There's a waft in the air. I can smell it. I can smell it from here. He's happy. He's a happy camper. So, Nick, who are you going to happy hour with?
Okay. Well, if you think about it too long, I'll tell you who I'm going to go to my happy hour with. I'm going to go, but the thing is that I don't think he drinks. So, and he's still alive. It's not our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. It's Sonny Rollins, my favorite, one of my all-time favorite musicians.
Yeah,
I've had a lifelong fascination with his playing and his musicality, and he's very old now. He's in his 80s and he can no longer play, but he's still incredibly. I read an interview with him recently, and anyway, he's had the weirdest career. So where would we be? I don't know. I think he's very into yoga, and I think he's very pure in terms of what he puts into his body, unlike me. So we'd have to go somewhere like a vegan restaurant and have like really top shelf vegan food, maybe some hot tea, juice bar. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, like I don't think he would get a cocktail. I don't think he drinks.
Now, would you burn one before you met him, like on the way in?
No. You know what? I probably wouldn't. No, I'd probably wait till after because he's so not that way. Although he. Anyway, the reason I'm so interested in him is that he's got. I'm trying to make this shorter. Is that he has so much variety, like you were talking about variety. I mean, he went through so many different phases in over the course of his life as a musician, and there's certain phases that I want to talk to him about that are like there's certain periods of his life, like in the mid 60s, where he went so out in terms of what he was playing on his horn. He didn't really go out musically in terms of like Coltrane really, moved the boundaries of what people were actually playing, and took it out that way. But Sonny Rollins would play play standards and play stuff that was so completely unrelated, harmonically, rhythmically, like intentionally, like he was trying to rip it apart somehow. Rip that form apart. And I just want to know what was going through his mind at that point in his life. Just go, what were you thinking, man? It's so interesting that you made that choice because he was like super popular and what he was playing was like, this is not what people wanted to hear. I can tell you that. It was like bizarre, beautiful, bizarre, unusual, unique. And he never played like that again. Like 3-4 years later, he was not playing that way. So I'm just really curious about him as a person. And that specifically zero in on that period of his life, I would find absolutely.
That's awesome. I have to tell you.
And then
this.
afterwards, I would burn one. Yeah.
A friend of mine actually picked him up and took him to a gig one night. She was in between gigs. She's a harp player in Florida that I knew, and she was late somewhere, and some guy was like, and this is way back when, and she had like a
Yeah.
I mean, every guy she met, she had a kid with, the musician, woman with the kids, and she made really good food, vegan food too. But she would picked up this guy, and it was him. She was like on her way to a gig, and this guy was standing there. She picked him up, and it was like it was a highlight of her life. She's like, it was blah blah blah. Stunning.
Yeah.
I'm like, no kidding. Let me get my tongue back. But yeah, that's amazing.
Wow. Yes.
Nick, your answer was so much better than mine. I want to know one thing. Sunny Ramon's going to make you an avocado toast and cut the crust off.
Ooh, avocado toast.
Seriously doubt that. I seriously doubt that. I could ask.
All right,
him,
you guys.
That would be.
You guys, we're going to play Spontaneous because I don't want to run out of time because we got to play Secretos.
Oh no, Spontaneous. What the hell?
Yes.
Okay.
Spontaneous is a song game. It is a badass game. Now, Jeff does have a hand up on you on this, I probably would guess, because Jeff has played it so many times. He owns it. Spontaneous is the award-winning, best-selling board game. Every year, Rob Ridgway created it, has kicked out the competition on Amazon, which we love. And I'm thinking while everybody's, trapped at home, you should be playing the song game. So the two of you get to play. So what happens is you get a word, and then within 10 seconds, because we have a clock, that goes tick tick tick.
So annoying.
Within 10 seconds.
I'm really nervous already.
Don't be. It's really fun. You come up with 5 words in the lyrics, So if we say mountain, you can go ain't no mountain high enough. See? So it's really easy. 5 words in the song lyrics, okay?
Until you get the word.
And Jeff can go first because he's done this. And so Jeff, it's your word. Nancy, give Jeff a word.
Oh, I get to give Jeff a word. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Go. Jeff.
Oh, that's easy. You Are So Beautiful by Joe Cocker. His most emotional performance.
Yeah, you got 4 words. Sing the whole thing.
Just awesome.
Thank you for the compliment.
You are so beautiful to me, can't you see?
Right on.
You're everything I hope for. You're everything I need. You are so beautiful to me.
We hit it too. Not bad for a hot hooker. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. So now, so Jeff, give Nick a word.
Okay. Religion.
Oh. Well, the only one that comes to mind is losing my religion. I don't remember the name of that band.
REM.
That's me in the corner. REM. Thank you. Yeah, losing my religion.
REM.
I don't
remember.
That's me in the corner. Na 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 na. Losing my.
Me in the spotlight. Losing my religion.
How about give me that old time religion? Give me that old time religion.
You got swampy, girl.
That works.
Yeah.
Go down with it.
What else?
I love it.
Does anybody else have a religion song? Is there any others?
Nancy got the old time
religion.
Yeah. I just went to Bad Religion. Like
Bad Religion, the band. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
right,
now
right.
What's his name put out a book that's crazy. If you want to talk about where human life form, read it now. It'll really freak you all out about science and life and how people's role in life. Like, I can't remember the name of it. Oh, God, the head guy of Bad Religion, Chris Corman. Am I right?
Oh, yeah. Very smart guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yes.
His book is intense, and it will freak you out. And so everybody read it because it's really crazy. But
what's the name of his book?
More freaked out. We need to get more freaked out. Yeah.
Everybody freak out
absolutely.
and play your music really loud, and have a good time. Thank you both for joining us. We're going to play Secretos. Jeff, 5 seconds. JeffKossack.com. Is that the best website for everyone to go and get the album?
It is, or just find me on Facebook. Kossack.
Yeah, Kossack.
Kossack. Kossack. Yes, Kossack. I don't care how you say it. Just say it.
Nick, how can people follow you in your guitar adventures and producing adventures?
You could go to nicholaskirgo.com. That has some stuff on there, but actually, it's pretty old. So find me on Facebook, Nick Kirgo.
Everybody
If you're
go
interested,
find
I'll
Nick
send you
and
stuff.
Jeff on Facebook. Thank you both for joining us. It's been a pleasure. It's an awesome album, Imperfect Valentine. Everybody, check it out. And here it is, Secretos. It is an awesome song. Enjoy. And here we go before we run out of time.
Thank you, guys. That was really fun.
Thank you so much.
Guys.
It was
Guys.
fun.
Take care
Jeff.
and
Much love.
sit on your toilet paper.
Right on.
Existen secretos entre novios y somos novios. Sé que hay cosas que no quieres discutir. Es que te amo a ti más que me amas a mí. No hay nada que pueda hacer, solo esperando que no lo vaya a descubrir. Recuerdo un día sin secretos, cariño mío, tuvimos confianza en nuestro amor. Y si te fijas que eran los días más felices, estoy de acuerdo, te digo yo te pierdo, con secretos viene el dolor. Olvidaste que yo te conozco, cariño mío, que me saldría como chocando contra una pared. Hay algo que puedo decir a ti, tal vez te quedarás conmigo, lágrimas como un río y mi alma muerto de sed, muerto de sed. Existen secretos entre novios y somos novios. Doy cuenta que hay cosas que quieres esconder, pero mi corazón es una cosa delicado, pero no me dices nada, solo esperando que no lo vaya a descubrir. Y los secretos pueden destruir nuestro amor profundo. Si buscas por el mundo, siempre ha pasado así. Con los secretos no existe un senso del quieto, tranquilidad perdida, tristeza cierta sí. Existen secretos entre novios y somos novios. Tengo preguntas a que no quieres responder. Estos secretos representan el fin de nuestro amor. Y si tú te quedas, se dará prisa nuestro dolor, nuestro dolor, sufriendo y deseando y esperando que no lo vaya a descubrir.